Welcome back. So let's continue our purchase order report. Now after selection screen, we have to select the purchase order and the line item details, then the history data. So start of selection, end of selection, and in between it perform like get data. First I'm writing the logic for get data. Double click on this, get yes, select the same report without any include. Okay, now before that we have to declare the internal table here. Fine. For internal table, we'll select data from purchase order header EKKO, line item from EKPO, and for vendor name, we have to go to LFA1 table. So in the SE12, if you go to SE12 or SE16, you can open the LFA1 table. From EKKO, we'll get the vendor ID, that is column name Lifner, that we have to pass here and select the name 1 in the output. Okay, so based on our output requirement, the columns which we required in the output, first we'll create an internal table to select data from details. Okay, so type declaration, type begin of TP underscore PO, end of TP underscore PO. In between, select all the columns. So my first column is EBELN. Okay, so for I will just type here like EKKO header table. Okay, the PO header table. So I will select EBELN of type EKKO EBELN. Second field I will select AE date of type EKKO AE date. All this detail you can check in the EKKO table. The next field I'm going to select is Lifner, that is vendor ID. Okay. So the purchase order header, I required only 3 fields. So now I will go for EKPO, that is the PO line items. Fine. The first field I will select from the PO line items is the EBELP. What is the EBELP? Is the purchase order line item number. If you go to EKPO, here the second field, you can see the 2 key fields are there after mandate, the PO number and the PO line item. So EBELP of type EKPO EBELP. Second field I want from purchase order table is the LOEKZ. LOEKZ, that is the deletion indicator. Type EKPO LOEKZ. The next field I will select is the MATNAR, that is the material ID. The next field we have to select is the TXZ01. Sorry, TXZ01 is before that MATNAR. Okay, that material description I have to select. So I will select here TXZ01 of type EKPO TXZ01. Then after MATNAR, I will select the plant. The plant field is works of type EKPO works plant. Then I want the quantity. The quantity is mensch of type EKPO mensch. And the next is ELIKZ. This field I explained is the indicator, delivery complete indicator. Okay, so it is ELIKZ. Fine. Save, check, activate, no error. So we have just done the type declaration here. Okay, so after that we'll declare the work area and the internal table. So we'll write GS underscore PO of type TP underscore PO. So we are declaring here, we are creating the work area reference to this type. And now the internal table GT underscore PO type is standard table of TP underscore PO. Okay. So after this, now we'll go for the field selection and we'll select the same field. So in the get data, I will select. So we'll make use of inner join. Sorry, one more field I want here. That field is the name one. Okay, LFA1. So I will type here vendor name. So name one of type LFA1 name one. Okay, LFA1 name one. So now I will write the inner join on the tree table. The first I will select the header data from the EKKO. So I am going to select EBELN. Then second column from the header is the AE date. Third column is the listener. Those from the header table EKKO. Then B, that is the line item table, I will select EBELP. Then I will select LOEKZ. Okay. Then the next I need to select here after TXZ01. Then next I will select MATNA, that is the material ID. Then I will select next works, that is plant. Then the next field after plant is the mench, that is the PO order quantity. After PO order quantity, I will select here MEINS means. The last field I will select here ELIKZ. Okay. So first this from header table, this from line item table, and now the vendor name C name one. Okay. So from EKKO as A. We will learn inner join, right? So this A is referring to EKKO table. So I will write here from EKKO as A, then inner join EKPO as B. Okay. So I am joining header table and the line item table EKKO and EKPO. Okay. So on AEBELN equals to BEBELN. The common field between the purchase order header and the line item is the EBLN. Okay. Then I'm writing here inner join LFA1 as C. Now from the vendor header table EKQ will get listener. This listener we have to pass to the LFA1 table. So I write here join LFA1 as C on A listener equals to C listener. Okay. So we are selecting data from EKKO, EKPO and LFA1 where into corresponding fields of. Why I am using corresponding, even though I am selecting data in proper sequence, but after some time I will add some more columns in the same structure. That's why I am using into corresponding. So when we use into corresponding fields, okay, so the column AE date, this field automatically look for the same field name in the internal table. Suppose I am writing here into corresponding fields of GT underscore PO. Okay, so the listener column will automatically go into the listener of this. If there is no listener column in this internal table, even system is selecting the field, this will not go into this. Okay, so now the where clause, where A vendor EBLN in. Why I am using in here? Because we have select options. In case if you have parameter, then instead of in, we have to use equal to sign. So S underscore EBELN and A date in S underscore A date and A listener, that is the vendor ID, in S underscore listener, and the last, that is B matnar, in S underscore matnar. Save into corresponding fields of table. I forgot to write table. Save, check, means that not okay, into corresponding fields. We have to select means. Let me check here. Yeah, I forgot to add here means, that is unit of measure. So I will add here means, MEINS, means type, that is unit of measure, EKPO means. Now save, check, no error. Okay. So now we have selected the purchase order header and line item table, line item data. Okay, PO data. Now after this we have to select the history, PO history. So for the PO history, as I explained, we have to make use of table EKBE. This is the purchase order history table. Okay, select the columns which we required. In the mench, we'll get the detail, and in the moment type, we'll get the moment type 101, 102. We have to pass. Fine. So what we'll do, we'll declare one more internal table now. I will remove some columns, but those all columns I will select from the EKBE. If you pass the purchase order number, as I explained, first select all the key fields. The 101 is the GR quantity, 102 is the reverse quantity. That's why I want BWART here. Okay, and the mench is my quantity column. So I am going to declare one more internal table. It is good practice if you are using old ABAP syntax to do a type declaration, select only required column instead of all. If you are using new ABAP syntax, then no issue. So begin of TP underscore EKB, end of TP underscore EKB, that is the purchase order history. So here I will write, let me remove some column which I don't require. Always select all the key fields. Okay, so in this table we can see there are 4 key fields, right? Up to this BUZEI, the 4 key fields are there, and this is the GRN number. Fine. So now I will do the declaration for all. EBLN of type EKBE EBLN, second EBLP of type EKBE EBLP, type as it is the same field, of type EKBE. The next is the EKBEVG ABE, then the fiscal year of type GJAHR, next is type EKBE Belnar. After that, we have the last key field in the EKBE, that is BUZEI, that is the line item number. Then we have moment type 101, 102, then EKBE BWART, mench of type EKBE mench. Save, check, activate, no error. Declare the internal table for the same. So GS underscore EKBE of type TP underscore EKBE, then GT underscore EKBE type is standard table of TP underscore EKBE. Now along with this I will declare two constant here. So 101 and 102 moment type, we can also hard code, but it's good practice to use the constant value. So how to define, like declare the constant value for that 101 and the 101 moment types? So very simple. Like I will type here the keyword constant colon. My first field is 101. So we can give any name. So I will directly write here C underscore 101. Okay, and the length I want here 3, and the value I am passing here 101. Second, I want 102. Again, the length is 3, and the value will be 102 here. Okay. So what we have done here till now, we have declared the internal table for the history table. Along with that, two constant value 101 and 102 moment type for passing in this BWART. Okay. So next we have to select the data from EKB, make a loop on this table, and add the GR, reversal, and the balance quantity. Okay, that we'll learn in the next session. Thank you.